Hello guys, my name is Colin and this is Colin Talks Crypto. Not too long ago, Daniela Cambone did an interview with Michael Saylor and Frank Giustra, two billionaires, and they have different outlooks on the subject of Bitcoin. Michael Saylor has famously invested a percentage of his corporate treasury into Bitcoin itself, and Frank Giustra is a gold bug who does not think that that was a smart idea. During this awesome interview and debate, of which I recommend you watch the entire thing, Michael Saylor makes an incredible point about the security aspect of storing Bitcoin versus storing gold. And he pulls some facts right off the top of his head during the interview, during the debate. It's really impressive. It makes a fantastic point about the confiscatability of Bitcoin compared with gold. And actually, this applies to most cryptocurrencies because of the non-physical nature of cryptocurrency versus a physical asset such as gold. So with that being said, I'm going to play a clip for you of Michael Saylor. He's really quite an eloquent speaker, and in a way, he's a poet of words.
Risk factors. Here's my thought about risk factors. Gold invites violence. Alexander, gallivanted around the world to seize gold. Livy tells the story of 1,000 Roman sieges in order to steal the gold. Caesar sacked Gaul to take their gold. Kublai Khan seized the gold. Pizarro seized gold from the Incas. Cortez seized gold from the Aztecs. Charles I seized the gold from all the British nobles. The Prussians seized gold from the French in 1871. In World War I, everybody seized the gold. Lenin seized gold from the church in 1922. Roosevelt seized everybody's gold in 1933. Stalin seized the gold of the Spaniards in 1936. Churchill took everybody's gold in 1940 at the onset of the war. At Bretton Woods, the United States seized the world's gold and then, took it hostage. And then Nixon killed all the hostages in 1971. Gold's always getting seized. The problem is you can't secure gold. The cost to secure it goes up with the number of nodes or caches of gold, the value of the gold in the cache. You have to secure it with guns, people, steel, concrete, carbon. It doesn't scale. If you want to stress test it, you ask yourself the question, when I give this thing to 5 billion people, how much is it going to cost me? So gold transportation costs don't scale because the more transactions, the more the value of the transactions, the more jurisdictions, brings more cost and more regulation, and you need guns, people, vehicles, and carbon is too expensive for most transactions. Gold audit won't scale because the more nodes, the more transactions, the more value, the more cost, and the regulators get involved. It's very people intensive. It's infrequent, slow, it's unreliable. It's a risk factor. Gold security, transport, and audit are regulated by every nodal jurisdiction. They're corruptible, they're uncompetitive, they're antiquated, they're elitist, they're ineffective, and they're out of reach for 99.9% of the population. The gold applications, what we call paper gold, they don't have any technical protocol with integrity, so they're all corrupted by hypothecation, regulation, and inflation. Bitcoin security, transport, and audit are pretty effectively free. They're effective, they're unregulated, they're egalitarian. Everybody has the same rights. A person with $100 of Bitcoin has the same security as someone with $1 billion of Bitcoin. There's competition to continually improve the services. They're decentralized. The security nodes are decentralized, and they're protecting the interest of the holders from local violence, local regulation, and local corruption. Is the Bitcoin miner in Iceland or the North Pole or Siberia or China protecting the interests of somebody in Manhattan or Ontario? And it's a beautiful thing. Gold's physicality and indestructible nature, they invite malefactors to kill you and take your property. Bitcoin safely stores your property in cyberspace where it can't be seized by force, and that encourages peaceful negotiations rather than coercion.
So there you guys go. I think that was just really impressive with how he recalled from memory all these different moments in history where gold has been confiscated. And it really is true. The confiscatable nature of gold and precious metals themselves make them susceptible and make them targets for acts of violence and war. And you might be thinking to yourself, Well, sure, but someone could use violence against a cryptocurrency holder as well. Yes, but at the same time, not as easily, because when it comes to one nation state taking over another nation state or attempting to steal the gold from another nation, they're not going to be able to easily go and steal their private keys as they would be able to march a group of soldiers, a militia, in and physically take the gold once they've taken over the country. It's much easier to hide Bitcoin as a nation than it is to hide gold as a nation. So he makes a really good point here. And the cherry on top is the peace factor. Because in a way, you're eliminating this honeypot of gold confiscatability. If you were to store your nation's wealth in a cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, you are effectively reducing the violence between nations when it comes to greed and theft. At least when it comes to greed and theft of a monetary nature, such as gold theft. Gold itself actually encourages that theft because it keeps that honeypot present. So this is just yet another example of why cryptocurrency is superior to legacy assets and legacy stores of value. And I think Michael Saylor did an incredible job bringing these points to our attention. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Bitcoin is a peaceful and passive resistance. If you found this useful, please do watch the full interview. The link is in the description below. And please smash that like button, share this with all your friends, and I'll be back with you again soon. Have a great day.